Welcome to an Inside the Pylon Draft video breakdown. Today we'll be looking at the discipline and speed that Missouri safety Anthony Sherrils plays with. Sherrils, a senior, survived a car crash in 2013 where he suffered a traumatic brain injury, but he's come back to become a really excellent football player. Scouting for the 2018 Inside the Pylon Draft guide, I've been really impressed by a prospect who consistently makes plays. First, let's take a look at Sherrils versus the premier competition of Auburn. Sherrils had a fantastic game in Mizzou's heavy 51-14 loss, showing himself to be an athlete who can reliably tackle whilst expertly executing his run fits. On this play, the Auburn offense comes out in a split backfield, shotgun 20 personnel formation. 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers. Missouri responds with a 4-2-5 personnel, with safety Caleb Pruitt joining the linebackers in a 4-3 stack. Sherrils lines up with an inside shade over the slot wide receiver. Pre-snap, running back Devin Barrett is pushed out towards the flat and the ball is snapped. Quarterback Jarrett Stidham fakes the inside handoff to Kerryon Johnson, which halts the 2 linebackers, and then throws the ball to Barrett in the flat. Pruitt is late in running with the motion and ends up taking a poor angle on the ball carrier, not tracking the backside hip and therefore leaving the cutback open. Fortunately for Pruitt, Sherrils is there, having stayed disciplined in coverage on the slot receiver, not coming down too hard in case of a fake. Sherrils breaks rapidly underneath as soon as he sees the ball leave Stidham's hand. Watch how he goes round the outside of the receiver, giving himself better leverage. As Pruitt misses the spin move, Sherrils is breaking his feet down and approaching the tackle with good leverage, near foot, near shoulder principles. He could sink better at the knees, but he goes low well with his head up and wraps the runner's ankles, bringing him to the floor. He prevents a disastrous play with great leverage, discipline, speed and tackling. On this play, it's an example of a defense playing assignment sound, with every player doing their job and having confidence in their teammates to do theirs. Sherrils is no exception. Auburn faces a 2nd and 10 and are in an empty shotgun set. They have 20 personnel on the field, with Kerryon Johnson as a slot back and fullback Chandler Cox in the wing. Missouri lines up in a 3-4 under front. Sherrils is aligned as the field side 2 high safety. Johnson moves pre-snap on a jet motion. He receives the pop pass from Stidham, looking to run outside. Redshirt junior linebacker Brandon Lee fantastically sets the edge, blowing up the combo block of the outside receiver and the wingback. This forces Johnson to plant his foot and cut up the alley. Cornerback Logan Cheadle stays outside well, coming downhill, and Sherrils fits the alley just as his run fit dictates. He stays disciplined to his assignment. He shows his speed and takes a great angle. He then breaks down, crucially staying square to the runner, and makes contact with the ball carrier who is already going down. Here, Sherrils is lined up as the field side 2 high safety again. This time, they're in a 4-2-5 defense. Auburn is in an offset 2x1 shotgun formation, but they're in 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, and 2 wide receivers. Pre-snap, Stidham motions the tight end split out wide, Jalen Harris, into a wingback position. Sherrils follows this motion, correctly adjusting his alignment. Auburn snaps the ball quickly, running a counter with Kerryon Johnson following pulling right guard Braden Smith. Sherrils diagnoses the run quickly, coming downhill fast. Crucially, he comes downhill at a disciplined angle. Instead of trying to come at the runner head up in the hole, he approaches with outside-in leverage, ready to make a tackle if Johnson decides to bounce the run. Johnson cuts up the alley, and Sherrils is right there to make the tackle with good form, massively aided by him breaking down well and having a great outside-in position. The final play we are going to take a look at from Missouri's heavy loss to Auburn is one which again proves Sherrils' diagnosis skills and discipline. However, it also showcases Sherrils' sideline-to-sideline range defending the run. Mizzou are in their 4-2-5, Sherrils at the field side 2 high safety spot, and Auburn has a 3x1 shotgun formation with 11 personnel on the field, 1 running back, 1 tight end, and 3 wide receivers. Auburn hands the ball off to Johnson on what initially appears to be a pin and pull sweep, yet Sherrils, lined up over slot receiver Eli Stove, is quick to recognise the receiver running away from the line of scrimmage on an orbit motion. As soon as Sherrils sees the ball tossed to Stove on the end around, he immediately communicates to his other safety and starts pursuing the end around across the field. He He takes an excellent angle to the ball carrier and shows serious sideline to sideline speed and range, joining the tackle and limiting the gain to just 3 yards. As an evaluator, I like it when players make the obvious play. I believe it to be an underrated side to players' games. Sherrils did this against Arkansas. Looking to run quarterback Austin Allen outside from a 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 wide receivers, empty set, Arkansas pull their left tackle Colton Jackson. Sherrils, lined up in the box, reads the pulling lineman quickly, coming downhill fast. Jackson leaves him unblocked, and it is here where Sherrils does really well. Some might criticise him for overrunning the play, but I actually like how he recognises that he must get outside to turn the runner inside. After all, this is where the strength of the defence is, and the quarterback is being chased down from the backside. Sherrils turns Allen back into the pursuit and joins the tackle low with a good wrap and his head out of the way. The run plays and tackles you've seen Sherrils excel at may not be the most exciting part of the game to the average fan. Of course, for his safety, their ability in deeper coverage is also important, in addition to being more glitzy. The truth is, Sherrils rarely has the ball thrown his way, because he often executes his coverage assignment. Against Florida, Sherrils flashed what he can do from what I believe is his best fit in the NFL, a 2-high shell. Florida is in a 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight end, pistol formation. Mizzou is in their 4-2-5. Here, Sherrils gains sufficient depth in his backpedal, staying disciplined. He then flashes his breaking speed, undercutting the corner route from tight end Sion-Tai Lewis and intercepting the 3-level flood concept. Sure, it is an easier play to make to the tighter boundary side, and the throw from Malik Zaire is wobbly. However, it is still impressive route diagnosis, and he catches the football away from his frame. So, I believe Anthony Sherrils should be talked about a lot more in the run-up to the draft. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to look out for similar ones in the build-up to the draft. Scouting for the 2018 Inside the Pylon Draft Guide has been far more in-depth and extensive this year, with more scouts involved and work starting earlier. Find out where Sherrils ranks in the 250-player guide soon, accompanied with a detailed scouting report on the exciting NFL draft prospects. Also, be sure to check the other great content available on this YouTube channel and at InsideThePylon.com. I'm Matty Brown, and you can follow me on Twitter at MattyFBrown. Thank you for watching.